Hello everyone and welcome to a new video from Your Overwatch. I'm Eddie the Chump and today we're going to be talking about the streamers that you really should be watching and why. Now in the Overwatch category there are plenty of absolutely tier 1 streamers and all of them have their separate appeal, and I'm going to break them down into smaller categories like who is great to learn from in general, who is really entertaining, and who are the hero specialists that I go to if I want to see the absolute best players with a given hero or role. They do of course overlap quite a lot, so I'll mention that where it's appropriate. A lot of the guides I do surrounding streamers like the recent very popular OGE tank video or the Effect Ash breakdown come from watching many hours of this footage and really getting to grips with how and why certain players do things. Even if you're mechanically at a lower tier than say Effect, which is most people, watching him can really help your game, as the decision making these levels of players display will help you understand how to use kits in ways maybe you hadn't thought of before. Also, this video is about giving props to members of the community who've stuck with the game through thick and thin and who deserve to be promoted because of their contribution to this game we all love. This is by no means a list in totality either, so if I miss someone off that you think deserves a spot, it's not done out of malice. I probably have just been too laser focused working on a video for something specific, so feel free to put down in the comments people you feel deserve the spotlight too. As you would expect, everyone that I do talk about will have their Twitch links in the description, so if you want my advice, check out those as soon as possible. Entertainment. So the first person I have to mention is Seagull. For the longest time, he felt like Mr. Overwatch. I still remember the game coming out and watching him completely dominate on heroes like Genji, Hanzo and Mei and being completely mesmerized. There's something amazing about watching someone who played at the professional level be so playful and charming, all the while kicking ass and taking names. He has a champion of the off-meta vibe about him too. Recently he's taken to playing some heroes like Sim and other heroes that you might not always associate with top tier Overwatch, so his streams always feel fresh. He's inspired thousands to play the game, even other pros like Birdring. I cannot say enough good about him. If you're not already a Seagull viewer, you need to be. Another person I feel equally strong about is Calvin. Now personally, I like to play Hitscan, and Calvin really stuck out to me as someone who had top tier mechanics, but was also an incredibly fun person to watch play. He's not beyond laughing at himself, he plays way more of the cast across roles than you might think, and his streams are always a good time. But he's also right at the top of the skill distribution, so high level games are almost guaranteed. If you haven't spent any serious time watching him, you'll very quickly learn why everyone says he's virtually Overwatch League level. Now if we're just talking raw entertainment value, Emong had to feature. He might not know this, but I actually know him from his Counter-Strike days, and that's really OG. Emong is funny, self-deprecating, relentlessly positive despite what rank throws at him, and he's also a really mean off-tank player in his own right. We often get asked to make diva guides on the channel, and Emong's diva is legit, and his Roadhog was so good back in the day, the selfless team he was in with Defran was somewhat known for it. If the salt factory of ranked is getting you down, spend some time with Emong to see someone cope with it admirably so you don't have to. For some EU sleep schedule appropriate entertainment, Craggy is also really good. A top tier Tracer player who spent time with the British Hurricane, Craggy has transferred his skill set away from pro play and into a very engaging stream career. He plays a huge mix of DPS now and can always be counted on for big plays as well as memes. Now at the end of this section, I'm going to talk about two streamers who need almost no introduction. XQC and Defran are without doubt two of the most entertaining streamers Overwatch has had, but for various reasons they're both currently not active in the directory. XQC got banned and might be returning soon, and Defran is trying to focus on his Overwatch League career since he got picked up by Atlanta. Now I understand that they are somewhat controversial and not to everyone's taste, but I have enjoyed many an hour in both streams, so I do absolutely feel they deserve a mention. If you are the kind of person who finds them toxic or abrasive, the rest of the people in this section will no doubt give you the viewing experience you're looking for. General learning. So no section about streamers that will help you learn more about the game would be complete without Jane. We're massive fans of his work and his outlook in general, and really I think he's managed to do something truly special, make learning fun and inclusive. You don't have to be a GM to feel welcome, and Jane does a great job of taking some high-end complicated game theory and making it digestible and relatable to every level of player. His place on the Dallas Fuel coaching staff for Season 2 of the Overwatch League has many people excited, and it's easy to understand why. Aside from the learning aspect, Jane's streams are just fun too. Guess My SR is a great segment for fan interaction, whereby Jane and the stream review clips submitted by players in an attempt to guess the player's level, and it's often quite hilarious. Jane is also very forward-thinking and organised. He runs tournaments through his Discord for all levels that feature on stream, and he's very good at exploring ideas about the game through this format. You've heard us talk about hero and map bans conceptually and how they could help the game. Well, Jane runs high-level pickup games using these formats so the community can see what the actual effects would be. In particular, his single hero ban team pickup games have been illuminating and, in our minds at least, really helps deal with a lot of problems the game has when a meta comp like GOAT seems to dominate. For all these reasons and more, you should immediately go check out the stream. Now, the next streamer that's really good for general learning is a friend of the channel, and that's PvPX. Genuine flex players are quite rare, and they're even rarer in top 500. PvP is one of the best exceptions. He's capable of playing almost any role or hero to try and win top level matches, and his general ethos about playing ranked has shaped our advice on this channel. We have learned a lot from him, and you can too. Of particular note are his Lucio and Hammond, which he excels at, but really, the sheer scope of heroes he can play at the top 500 level is impressive. Check him out, tell him we sent you, nobody will regret that decision. Hero or role specialists. Right, so if you're anything like me, the Overwatch Twitch directory is a fantastic place to go and watch someone way better than yourself play your favourite hero. This section is all about those streamers, the people I go and watch to try and glean valuable knowledge in an effort to improve at something specific. So because my hero pool is what it is, flex support and hit scan damage, you will be able to notice a distinct pattern, although I will include some other roles as well. The pro I have spent the most time watching is obviously Lord Jonak. I am an unashamed and unrepentant fanboy, and nothing has brought me crashing down to reality concerning my own skill level than watching Jonak for extended periods of time. This isn't a bad thing though. Whether he's playing Zen or Ana, there's always something to pick up and learn. How much he gets out of Zen's charge shot, how he uses anti-nades in duels with DPS, the list is endless. If you want to see someone at the very top of the game, literally he is rank 1 after all, then Jonak is a great place to start. On the subject of flex support, ML7 is a genuinely god tier Ana player, and the comment sections of all our Ana videos are always filled with comments about him. This is for very good reason, as he is very possibly Overwatch League level on that hero. He takes the time to explain the plays he's trying to make, so from an educational point of view, his streams are always worthwhile. If you haven't checked him out already, do so now. He's also from EU, so if sleep schedule is a concern for you, this might be a better option than the Korean and West Coast NA based Jonak. Gale and Fran are also very good options for any Ana player looking to see what that hero can do at top 500 and GM, and Unco deserves special mention for his hyper-aggressive playstyle that made him famous even before he reached the Overwatch League. If you're a Dallas Fuel fan, he often runs in duos with some of your favourite pros, a lot of which will feature later on this list. For tank play, I already made a video about him, but my absolute favourite is OGE. My guide on his main tank prowess could honestly have been about 2 hours long, such is the depth of skill on display, and more than anything, he is just so good, he makes every other tank, with a few pro exceptions, look distinctly average. The decision making, the clear comms, the absolute fundamental understanding of his role, everything is completely top tier. You do actually learn by passively watching him given enough time. I share FREEDO's assertion that he will be a contender for best tank in the league when it starts up again in February, something his coach Aero also said to us when we interviewed him. Check him out, subscribe and get that juice. Enough said. For off-tank, I think Space stands on his own as far as D.Va is concerned in particular. He had a great first season in the league with the Valiant, and he's one of the pros that really does stream quite regularly. If you struggle to get a grip on high-level D.Va play, Space is your go-to. Look out for how often he eats grabs, it's quite uncanny. Spree is a player that we made a guide for, and his Zarya is well deserving of your attention. Damage, grabs, carry plays, he's got them all, so if the Russian Enforcer is your hero of choice, get on over to Spree's stream and invest some time. You will learn things you otherwise wouldn't. Now finally, because I'm obsessed with Ashe and hit scan damage in general, there are two streamers I highly recommend you go and watch immediately. Effect and IDDQD might be the best Ashe players in the world at the moment, and what's great is they have quite different styles too, which you'll be able to pick up on if you watch them for long enough. One thing that really struck me when watching both of them, however, was how they don't panic, how they make harder shots easier for themselves by not rushing it. Effect is also good because he can play heroes like Genji and obviously Tracer if you're looking to brush up on those too. IDDQD has one of the meanest McCrees you will ever see, something I personally get a lot of satisfaction in watching. To add to this, Kefri is a name a lot of people mention for Ashe gameplay, and he has made an entire career out of playing Widow at a very high level. He's currently in Korea playing for a contenders team, and his streams are very interesting for the adventures he gets up to in a completely different region, which is eye-opening for a lot of viewers. I highly recommend following him too. Now, I could make this list infinitely long if I included absolutely everyone worthy of note. There's a ton of talent in the Overwatch directory, and as I said at the beginning, if I've not mentioned someone, it's not done out of malice. Ryu Jae-hong, Dante, and Zachary are for sure worthy of your time, just to mention a few. So if you feel that someone really needs highlighting, feel free to put them in the comment section below so everyone can give them a try. More than anything, I just wanted to highlight the streamers that have helped me understand the game that much better, given me the most entertainment, and who have really made me go, wow, I've never seen that before. All the links will be in the description, so do please go check them out, give them a follow, and spread the love. Thank you for watching today. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please don't forget to leave a rating. If you never want to miss another video of ours again, please click the bell icon next to the subscribe button on our channel to join the notification squad. You'll be in great company. And finally, please follow the Your Overwatch Twitter. It's where you can find updates about new videos and other cool stuff. I've been Eddie the Chump, and until next time.